PVA bag fishing can be a devastating method for carp, and I'm going to show you a few easy tips on how to tie a bag nice and tight. First of all, you need a kit. This is the Speed Mesh PVA kit there from Guru. Then you need yourself a pair of scissors, you need yourself a speed needle, and of course, some pellets. For these ones, we're going to be using a mixture of hard pellets. These are the mainline spod and PVA bag mix. These are perfect. And what I also have is a little pole pot, which is a bit weird for tying a PVA bag, but it will all come apparent. So first of all, in your kit, you get a plunger, you get the PVA on a nice funnel web system, and it's got a little shovel at the top. Don't need this for this bit because we're using hard baits. This is really handy for when you're crushing soft baits in there to compact them into a perfect space. So the pole pot, this is my measure. You can use different size pole pots, but obviously when you're fishing at distance and you want things to be the same every time, I just use a nice little measure. So I tip the pellets in, don't need the outer casing now, drop a bit of PVA off, so you've got plenty in your hands, just squash it all to the bottom so it's all there, and then all I do is create a big loop in my hands. Big loop, and then I just drop the bag through. So as if you're creating a knot in the bag, but rather than pulling down on the knot, I just pull the loops. So I'm just pulling those loops together, and then I'll shape the bag as I'm going because we want it to be as aerodynamic and as tight as possible. So there you go, nice little shape, just pull in nice and tight, and then before your finger gets stuck, grab the knot and pull it nice and tight. So there's your bag, perfectly tight. The tighter the bag, the quicker it will break down. So that's why you want it nice and tight. No one wants a saggy bag. Then again, perform another little loop and just create a little knot just above that knot there, like that. And then all you do is trim that off. Then you've got your perfect little bag and your PVA is ready for the next one. Now the bag's tied, I'll show you how to attach it. Two different ways of attaching it, but when I'm fishing at distance, I like to do it a certain way so I know the bag's nice and safe and my bait's all protected on the way out there. So, there's my hook length, that's a 10-inch hook length with my bait on the end. It's just a 10mm tuna wafter. I'm gonna get my little bag, and this is where the speed needle comes into it. What I like to do is go through the top of the bag, so we're going long ways down the bag, and I go from one side to the other, so I'm crossing the bag. There you go, you can see like that. And then all I do is do my hook length loop onto there, close the latch so it doesn't get stuck in the mesh, and then pull it over and pull the hook bait all the way through. Now this bit's really important. Keep the hook point away from the knot of the bag. That's going to be the last thing that melts. So just put it on the other side of the bag and just pull it into the bag nice and gently. Then everything's perfectly protected. Then you can just click it on to your lead system or whatever rig you're using. I'm obviously using the bomb with the speed stem system, and just cover that over, and that's literally ready to go.